What's up, everybody? Blummin FT here, and it's time for the Persona 3 Reload Review Part 7. First things first, before I get into anything, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I was right, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. My suspicions were correct, I knew it, I knew it. Let's get into this. So where we left off, I was not very happy about that, chapter or mini arc in the last video, and I'll be honest, I took like a 3-week break. So here I am coming back into it last night. I thought that I would have forgotten a lot of stuff, but no, I remember. Ken, Amada-kun, he ran off being a little piss baby, and, you know, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it when characters run off like piss babies, because then I have to go chase after them and help them. And I guess that's the whole point, but like Akihiko did it for me, so that was automatic. I didn't have to worry about it. And thankfully, he stopped being a little piss baby almost instantly. So Ken was back part on the team. I think I had said like Akihiko, I had to use his like awakened persona. It's good, I guess. The third G is nice. Some decent single target damage. Not even close to our boy. Not even close to Shinji. But, you know, it's damage. It is what it is. Okay, so let's see. Let's get to the good stuff here. P5R or P3R, not P5R. I gotta go through like the folder and all the videos I recorded and stuff. This game is a lot shorter than I thought. Well, I guess initially I thought it would be shorter, but obviously that's not true now. Okay, so let's see. Dark Hour. Nothing really changes in the tower. Oh yeah, the Yukari romance. That was interesting. Obviously, I don't care for that, especially with Yukari. But yo, she started sounding almost like a freaking yandere. She was like, "Yo, I was getting a little jealous when you talked to Fuka." I was like, "What? Why Fuka? Not Mitsuru? Yeah, Fuka? She's the one that bothered you? Oh yeah." Okay. So what else? Let's see. Fuka awakened her persona. Her friend moved away, and so she awakened. That was cool. We had the rank 10 event with Yukari.
I love you.
I mean, it was okay.
That's it.
Sorry, I might have to drink water a lot. My throat's pretty dry. But yeah, that event, the rank 10 event, was pretty nice. It was cool, I guess. Very sweet. So, it's time for... Well, it's almost time for the final battle. We see Jin talking to Takaya. Apparently Takaya said something back when they were being experimented on, and it kind of gave him a new purpose, a reason to live. So he was like, you know, if we lose our powers, I lose my reason to live. So, you know, I'm gonna fight hard. I was like, okay, cool.
Is that so?
Alright, what next? What next?
Well then.
Everyone's getting gassed up. Everyone's getting all hyped. As usual. And one thing that I noticed. So, this is the 12th and final Shadows. Fuka detects that they're on the bridge. The Moonlight Bridge. And before we get ready to head out, we do our lineup, our roster picks. I talk with Akitsuki. And I knew... I've been saying it throughout the... Okay, let me calm down. He says, the day I've been waiting for has finally come. To most, that might not mean anything. It's the day where Tartaros disappears, finally. But to me, the person who's been suspicious of him since the very beginning, that was bothersome. That bothered me a lot. Okay, and then he says, I'll leave the rest to you all. A new future is upon us. I was like, oh, I don't know about this one, man. Alright, so. What happens next? We pull up to the bridge, the Moonlight Bridge. We see this giant freaking shadow hovering in the air. And then Takaya and Jin. we have a little clash of ideals, and then we begin the battle. Let's see. Battle starts. Fate shall decide which of us will remain. Then. This really is like the most Persona 5 song. So, we have a fairly long fight. I think this lasted about 10 minutes. It's long enough to be kind of annoying. Well, not really. But both of them obviously are Persona users, so they were a little bit tricky in their own rights. They were able to target weaknesses a lot better than Shadows. But also as a result, I think they were also a little weaker, in my opinion. I think it was easier to control them with accuracy reduction and damage down. I don't think I had any defense reduction, but I just mainly used accuracy and hit rate reduction. Accuracy and dodge reduction. Freaking Jin, I only saw his persona one time because I really focused on killing him first. Takaya, his persona looks freaking sick as usual. The other thing is so cool. But yeah, pretty much the whole battle consisted of Jin trying to buff Takaya, Takaya trying to nuke. So let's skip ahead a little bit. Let me see if I can cut forward. I started focusing Jin a bit because he was starting to hit Yukari's weakness, which I think was no good. We could not lose our healer. So we focused Jin. Also, they can do their own baton passes as well, which is a problem. I was like, oh crap, bro, they got baton pass? Dang. Which is pretty sick, it was pretty cool. So yeah, we killed Jin. That was good. And then I just got back to the rotation of controlling Takaya, making sure his damage wasn't getting crazy or anything. It was fairly easy. All things considered, I'd say that Strega was underwhelming. So, they're done. And I think Takaya was about to do what I was predicting, where he's going to unleash his full potential. Just give up on trying to control it. But I guess it involves him killing himself because he put his gun to his head, and then Jin grabbed his hand. He's like, yo, no. And then he took them and they jumped off the bridge.
They jumped.
I was like, oh, okay. Well, that was extremely underwhelming. Hold on, my window's open. I think it's my allergies. Holy crap. Okay, got that close. I feel better already. So, again, Strega was extremely underwhelming. I think they did have some cool moments at the end there, but overall, they were super underwhelming, but I don't think it's over yet with them. I think they'll be back. There's no way they died. There's no way after the game builds up such characters, they just throw them off a bridge and kill them? No. Some YouTubers are like, yo, we gotta focus on that freaking shadow, bro. Just focus on it. So I'm like, alright, let's do it. Got a shadow and some statues. The final battle.
I'll do everything I can to support you.
Bro, I went straight in here. I was trying to match it with the music. Get ready, watch this. Best boss theme in all the games, still.
I think that's the Shadow's main body flow.
So you have to take out the statues to bring bro down. I didn't know that. No, I just went and started nuking.
But I'm picking up similar readings from those statues.
I was like, all right, statues. I'll kill them.
Floating target. I'm sure of it.
Not even my arrows can reach that far.
Target is out of range. Protect your own.
We got max third-Gs. Everyone's charged and focused. I said, let's get the Jack brothers in here. Nuke them. Freaking deleted them. And bro fell. I was like, alright, that's how we do it. So this fight was a little bit longer than Jin and Takaya. It took like 15 minutes. I'm kind of like, I'm gonna skim through this a little bit more just because it got repetitive fast. Basically, you kill the statues, he falls, you take that chance to hit him, and then he summons more statues. Basically, rinse and repeat. Once he summons the statues again, you can't hit him.
Powerful reading
He summoned a big statue at one point. That was easy to take down.
Let's do what we can.
But then the final phase, it started getting rough. Very rough. Because this man was just giving himself so many turns. And he was giving me, oh, also this is the Hanged Man. It was giving me Neon Genesis vibes. Whenever he'd just stab himself to give himself more turns himself. I was like, oh god. Oh god, Neon Genesis. So, yeah, we end up beating him with a, Akihiko Gigantic Fist. 49 damage, we finished him. And then everyone was celebrating. They were like, yay, we're gonna go eat food, right? Yeah, I can't wait. And I'm just sitting there like, huh. That seems anticlimactic. So whatever. Pharos comes over in the morning. He's like, it's done, you know? It's gonna be the end for both of us soon. And I was like, We maxed out the Death Arcana. But I realized it definitely wasn't over because the Full Arcana is still rank 6 or 7. Yeah, it's rank 7. But we got a cool picture with everyone. I'll show that one, of course. Very nice picture. Very cute. So we're sitting there, we're eating our food, and they're like, yo, Akitsuki and Aigis are late. They said Akitsuki was going to go to the lab and take her there and give her tune-ups. And now I'm sitting there screaming at myself. I'm like, oh my god. Here we go. This is it. This is where the betrayal happens. So yeah, I already knew some sus stuff was going on, but obviously nobody in C's really thought about it. Shoot, even Mitsuru's father came over to help celebrate with us. But yeah, things got bad, dude. Things got bad. And Junpei was like, I guess and Ikitsuki-san are running late. It's almost midnight. Boom. Dark hour starts. And I was like, yep, it's not done. Now, I'm definitely surprised that Mitsuru's father didn't turn into a coffin. So I guess he's a Persona user as well? You have to be a Persona user to resist it, right? But yeah, they're like, what? What's happening? And then we start hearing, like, bells going off in the distance. And then Mitsuru's like, suit up, y'all. It's Tartarus. We're going to the school. So, this part, obviously, I was very satisfied that I predicted this. But at the same time, you know, I hate to see it happen. So we get there. We see Akitsuki with Aigis. Aigis looks like she's all messed up. Maybe her memories were reset. She's a robot after all. But I feel like the battle here is trying to make her more human than robot.
As a weapon, that is.
What?
So Akitsuki's like everything. I mean, she's here to serve her purpose as a weapon. Everything went according to plan, all that.
As I planned.
But it was a big setup. He lied in saying that killing the 12 shadows would end the Dark Hour. In fact, it's the opposite, and it starts everything up. And at this point, I was like, yo, this is actually just Neon Genesis Evangelion. That's literally it. And then, yeah, Akitsuki basically says, you know, killing the shadows reunites them, and now Death the Almighty shall soon arise and bring forth the fall. So the fall is obviously the third impact. I was able to put that together immediately. But Death, when he said Death, I was like, oh crap. Death is Pharos, the Death Arcana. That's what he meant. The end of him and then the end of us.
What is he saying?
So that whole time Akitsuki was channeling Pharos. Oh my god, dude. So yeah, that was interesting. He said the end shall come the end shall come and free this world from despair. There'll be the death of everything but also the beginning. Again, third impact, reset, full reset. Turns out he was a scientist on that same project, the Kirijo project. And what I tell you guys, I said it would make sense that someone would want to continue the research because it kind of was like working. They were kind of harnessing it, but they just didn't. They underestimated the shadow. So yeah. Let's see. He says he talks about a prophecy, a prince who will, you know, usher in the fall and then lead the new world as their king. And then he's like, "Oh yeah, I edited your dad's video, you know." So he didn't really tell them to keep killing the shadows. He probably knew and was like, yo, don't touch it. Leave it. And that makes me wonder if Strega knew, because before they jumped off the bridge, Jin was like, go ahead. Do it. Let's see. You'll see how it goes. So yeah, let's see.
Maybe my expectations were too high.
We talked for a long time. Mitsu is basically like, yeah, we're gonna body you, we're gonna take you down. We will stop you. And then he's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate. Alright, I guess, fulfill your role, capture them, and prepare them for sacrifice. And I guess squares up, she's ready to fight. I was like, oh, crap. So, we get this cutscene, and it shows Tartarus, of course, and we are crucified. I was like, oh my god, Neon Genesis. It's all Neon Genesis. So yeah, that's where I stopped. I didn't want to like get to this part and maybe like complete the game and then have so much to talk about. I wanted to keep it short. And I still have the game open right now. It's just in another tab. I just tabbed out and I'm making this video. But yeah, Ikitsuki's a traitor, as expected. But I'll tell you what, I'm definitely glad we got out of that last chapter, because that was not good for me. The fact that I took a 3-week break from the game just because of how annoying that chapter was should tell you a lot. I was worried because, like, over the past couple weeks, when I did have free time, I would look at the game and I'd be like, I don't want to play it. But yeah, I'm glad that when I did decide to come back, Ken stopped being a little piss baby, because I'm not a fan of those. But yeah, short update video. Very predictable from the very beginning. I mean, especially when you look back, like, I already knew when he first saw us awaken, you know, that's our guy. He's the sacrifice. And I guess that's why he was so adamant to just, you know, get as many freaking persona users as possible. He wanted sacrifices. I wonder if they correspond with the different tarot cards. But yeah. Especially when what's her face? Chidori broke into the dorms. He's like, man, I didn't even realize it. Honest to God, if he wasn't there at that time, I think maybe that would have taken a bit of the heat off of him, my suspicions. Actually, no, I still would have been suspicious. But yeah, that just made it too obvious. But yeah, thanks to everyone who tuned in. I will see you in the next video, which will probably be the grand finale of everything. Later. Stanby 2.